Hey, what's going on, internet? This is Will from The Will of Gaming, and I'm doing a vlog from my mom's house. Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to talk about a few things that have been popping up. I've been scrolling through my phone for practically most of the day, but before we get into that, I want to make a mention to the people who watch my live streams. I don't have a consistent schedule yet. Oh God, I'm trying to find a good angle where I don't look like a total whatever. But my live streams, it was supposed to happen yesterday, and I have to apologize. What happened was is that my mom's having surgery, and I needed to come, and she's having her surgery tomorrow, but I'm gonna be staying here for the week, and then so on Monday I should be back onto my regular, or I should be live streaming all day. Um, So I just want to let you guys know that. So Monday, I will be live streaming Pokken Tournament, and I hope to see some of you guys there. Hopefully some of my subscribers, new people, and we could all play some games together and see you guys destroy me. And yeah. Anyways, let's get into what I really wanted to talk about in this vlogging type thing. Okay, so we have PlayStation VR that was available for pre-order this morning, and it was a bundle, $4.99 I believe was the price, and it was available like in all retail stores. $500. Now, what the bundle includes is that you get a game called PlayStation VR Worlds or something like that. You get the headset, the camera, and 2 Move controllers. And that's a really good deal because the Move controllers are usually like $30 a piece, so that's $60. The camera is like $60, so then that's $120 right there. And then the VR game, I don't know how much that would be, but that's like $60 within itself. And then when you install the headset, you automatically get a free game called the Playroom, and that has VR games in it. So you're basically getting 2 games. So you're basically saving yourself $20 if you go with the bundle, or maybe like $70 if you go with the bundle. So that's pretty good in itself. But if you already have the camera and if you already have the other stuff, you can wait till next week, and then you can get the core version, which will come out on the 29th of March at the same time, and you'll be able to pre-order that as well for $100 cheaper. So that's a thumbs up for you guys. Well, thinking about this morning, of course, every time when something big electronic comes out and I look at it, regardless of me actually having personally tried it, I want it. And that's how I've always been, which is why I usually get consoles day one. But this one was a little iffy for me. I mean, I wanted it. It was right there. There was an add to cart right there. One, I couldn't afford it, but just I wanted it. I really did. And if I had the money, I would have gotten it, hands down. But I can't. It's just I've been such a hypocrite because I've been one of those people that have been like, you can't sell VR. You can't do this. You can't, like, it's not cool. It's not gonna last. Now, I remember who sold this, and it was PlayStation, Sony PlayStation VR, duh. But Sony sold the Vita too, and that was bad within itself. I'm like, oh my God, it's Nintendo. I mean, Sony. Sorry. I'm gonna be getting into Nintendo in a little bit, but Sony has been really like, it just, Vita failed, PlayStation Vita TV failed, just a lot of like the PlayStation Move failed, and this is very tricky. They are taking a huge risk with this Morpheus or VR, and I don't know where it's gonna go. And to justify spending that much money is a little bit crazy. It's kind of like with the Vita. Vita was like $250 on its own. Then they wanted you to spend $100 on a 32 GB memory card, but they had other options available cheaper. Then there was a 3G model and there was a regular model. And as cool as the thing freaking looked, and as good of a console as it really actually was for a handheld, it got no love. Now there is a benefit to the VR though that the Vita didn't have, and that's the fact that you can play every game on your PlayStation 4 through the VR headset. But how long is the PS4 going? There's supposedly this rumor of a PlayStation 4.5 coming where it's going to have 4K resolution, and I don't know, it's going to be more powerful. This is just upsetting. 2016 is like really just a very upsetting year. Usually when a political year happens, when like somebody's running for president, it's usually like a terrible year because that's when everything is just so divided. Everybody's opinions are all over the damn place, and I don't know. But now we also have this new technology thing happening, and all this crazy stuff is happening, and I don't know anymore. I don't know what to think. But this leads me to my next topic. Since VR, since we have Oculus Rift coming, we have HTC Vive coming, and we have PlayStation VR coming, which is mostly all virtual reality concept. And Microsoft really with no plan until we find out at E3 what they have up their sleeve, or if they decide to reveal anything earlier. And then we have Nintendo with a supposed new console unlock. They have a supposed console called the NX. They have yet to open a damn thing, but for some reason rumors are getting thrown around like everything. Those blueprints came out in December, and all it was just downhill from there. Everybody would just rumor this, rumor this, rumor this, rumor this. Fake, then a fake picture or a picture of a controller popped up. People lost their damn minds, which I believe 100% that that controller is fake. Like, I'm not, like, the controller may look something like that, but that is fake by a long shot. It's a fake controller, and I don't care if I'm wrong. If it's proven that that's the real controller, oof. Anyways, so the NX, we don't know what it is. Hybrid console. Is it a home console? Is it what is it? We don't know. So your guess is as good as mine. You can say it's a hybrid console because of rumors. You can say that it's half handheld, half console. You could say that it uses cartridges. You could say that it has 4K resolution. You can say that it's gonna have its own version of VR. It at this point, it's crazy. But Nintendo, with this VR being a thing, and if VR does take off, which I really don't think it is because it is expensive, but with VR being like the central focus, you know, with the Samsung Gear, and it's gonna really be taking off. I don't think 2016 is gonna be the year. I believe more like 2018 is gonna be VR's year because more people will have it. The price will go down and stuff like that, and like every phone will have it, and it's just gonna come with everything. They're gonna try to force it upon us, and we'll get into VR. Like, we're not already disconnected with the world enough as it is. But VR is definitely a thing that I'm very interested in. But now this has me scared for Nintendo, because it looks like Sony is really taking a chance with its 45 million customers and adding this new peripheral into this console, which I'm so glad that a lot of developers are like, you know, watching themselves. But if this really were to take off and it was supposedly going the opposite direction, like this E3, people got really excited for it for some reason, and yeah, and they say, oh my god, there's all these games and you can play this in VR. Oh look, they made a new Skyrim and it's on VR, you know, people lose their minds. No Man's Sky has VR support. You know, I could just imagine just like certain announcements like really messing with people's heads. So personally, VR, if VR did take off, I'm worried about NX because now they're going to be put into a position where they're once again behind with the times if their new console isn't a virtual reality thing. And yeah, but then it will still get an audience regardless. But I don't want another Wii U situation. I really don't. And speaking of Wii U, the production supposedly ended for Wii U. I don't know if that's everywhere. I don't even know if that's true. But, people who got the Wii U, you'll still get Wii U games. You have until this year, so it doesn't mean that once they sell out, they sell out. No, it just means that at the end of this year, they're just not making anymore. So they're still making them, but it's just at the end of this year, they're not going to do any more, and it's going to be gone. So, Wii U was a sad story. It's a great game, great system, but just lacked in a lot of departments, and unfortunately people they messed up. This is a 4-year life cycle that this console went through, and for a lot of people that kind of feels like a ripoff. Like, to me it kind of feels like a ripoff, but still, regardless, they were so far behind. I'm just glad that they move on to something else. Now I wish they could give us a little discount for the Wii U owners, but anyways, this video is going on long. I can ramble on and on. But what are you guys interested in? I'm really curious to know. I'm just really curious since I'm going to be in a hospital room tomorrow, waiting for my mom. So I want to read comments and stuff. So if you guys have any input or whatever you guys want to talk about, are you more at Team Nintendo, even though you haven't seen what the Nintendo has to offer? Are you more that, or are you more VR? Are you both? If you are both, like, God, I wish I had your money. Anyways, I'm really curious. I'm really curious of, like, all ages and everything, just to see what everybody thinks. Is VR really the future? Is VR just a stupid gimmick? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. It's been the Will of Gaming. Be sure to comment and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.